Hole, 380 metres, and it's going to be one of the dogleg holes here. Now, I've seen that you've teed it up more on the left of the tee, and I would have probably teed it up more on the right of the tee so that I could see the shape of the hole better. So why did you do that?
So first of all, I decided to hit a 3-wood off the tee, and then it's a lot more of a position shot. And I'm trying to find the angle which is going to create the best feel for me to hit it into that certain area of target which I've picked.
Okay.
And from here it is a little bit on the right side and with 3 bunkers on the left, which I'm trying to get a feeling that I hit away from. And I can hit away from those and a little bit into the wind to get the ball stop a bit better on the fairway and to get a feeling that the ball is not sort of hooking away from me.
Okay, so you're actually going to hit more into the wind to kill the hook, as opposed to where I would have teed off would be more to the right, across the wind, and with the left bunkers, as you say, I probably would have made the mistake of making the shot more difficult. Here, you're hitting away from the trouble, you know, with the wind almost as a barrier if you hit it too much right. Okay, that's good strategy. It worked.
It did work this time. It was just about, I missed it a little bit to the right, but the wind kept it still in play and bounced it off the little mounds on the right side, so it did work, definitely.
Fabulous. These are the keys that make the game more simple. You shouldn't have to always be hitting perfect shots.
Nope. Because you never will in a whole round. It's not going to work that way.
Yeah, you have to play to your misses.
Yep.
So here we've got the second shot now. A raised front of the green, and you said about 116 to the front. How much does that affect your shot now, that raised front of the green there, and obviously then it runs off behind? How conscious are you of the distance?
I mean, on this shot, especially from that lie, which is on the first cut of rough, I mean, distance is everything. I need to have a club which I know is going to land at least past 116 meters, and short of the flag still, because it's going to come out with a little bit of roll from that rough. So I want to have it landing between 120 and 130, somewhere in that area.
Right, okay.
So I gave myself quite a big margin.
Right. Would you ever try, I guess you couldn't really pitch it short and run it up because there's nothing to stop it. On these fast greens, you've really got to use the height of your shot to get the softness on the greens here.
Yeah, especially on this kind of shot as well. I mean, downwind is very difficult to judge the speed up on over the crest of the hill and then stop it. So that's very difficult.
It looks inviting, like, you know, I'd like to pitch it short and run it up there, but it is the most difficult shot to hit. So let's see how you do with this high soft shot here. 116 is the number, hey?
Yeah. At least 116.
At least 116. So that's 118, is that right? 119?
Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit more.
I guess you just lose a bit of control, don't you? You could see how that ball floated. It didn't really release as we thought. You know, the difference between, you know, this second cut here, the first cut on the fairway is huge for you guys in terms of control.
Yeah, it is definitely. And when I am in this second cut here, I give myself a bit more room to play with on the greens and played a little bit more safety.
Right, so you're not going for such tight flags from here, whereas from there you would be, just because you lose the control here. So, I mean, all of these aspects, you know, you've hit obviously good shots all the way around, but your mental preparation, I think, is the thing that's the most striking. You know, obviously, you know, there you play a more conservative shot. That's fabulous. Let's see if you can knock it in.
Now I've made 4 birdies in a row, and left myself quite a long birdie putt here, so just trying to give myself a good read and a good roll at the hole. If it goes in, it goes in, but it's mainly a putt. It's about pace. That's okay. It wasn't perfect, but that's okay. So that's a 4. After a little bit of a problem off the tee, that's fine.